drive about to get going. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Here we go.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals at 2-8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
11. 12.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. This is caught by Hawkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
On 2nd down. It's Hawkins, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hawkins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on first and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Here we go.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40.
First and 10, here's Pickett. Austin is there and brings in another one.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Church. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Pickett.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Pickett sets up play action.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You got a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On 2nd down now, it's Hawkins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They go play action with Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
11 mighty.
To throw again on second down. Burrow, he's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, it's Hawkins.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Here's Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Hawkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now? They can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Pickett now on first down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Church. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Pickett.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins, and he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I'm one, Rick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll try the left side. Church. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
11.
Burrow from his own end zone. This is complete to Hawkins. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
Here we go.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now it's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback, himself calm.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Off the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here's Pickett.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Pickett to throw.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
Dancing to his left, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 11 coming.
Here's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. This will be caught at about the 5.
Here we go.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Throwing, Burrow looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Burrow
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And this is off the left upright, and it carries in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So here we go, 45 seconds left, and things have boiled down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand. And a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
to throw, Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.